with another video about freshman year. Well, that was about the dumbest thing I'd ever heard. I never pegged Sharad as the type. What? No, are you kidding? We're committing a crime right now. We have drugs on us. Dude, why are you so... Dude, why am I so bad? This is a win-win. You have what on you? Man, I should have kept my voice down. Holly said she was going to report me to the principal and then walked off. Yeah, I'm screwed. Tuesday. I spent all night tossing and turning. I figured the best case scenario, I only get suspended. But knowing my luck, I ended up getting arrested. I didn't know what was up with Holly. We haven't talked since middle school, but I never thought she would be the kind of person to make a big deal out of this. And based on how I judged Sharad, I don't know anything at all. Our first period, I overheard the beat and I knew what it was. Fragley Allen, please report to the principal's office immediately. Somehow, after all these years, Holly Hill still thought my name was Fragley. I'm still a little offended, but I knew it was worth it. I watched a security officer escort Fragley out of the school during passing period. I guess I felt a little bad for Fragley, but then I remembered how he got sent home last week for releasing worms into the bleachers during an assembly. Shriek! Maybe this could be a positive development for him. Frankly, taking the fall for me felt like a huge weight lifted on my shoulders. And he kind of owned me after all the mental anguish he caused me over the years. I actually sort of enjoyed myself for the rest of the day. I thought of confronting Sharad and Holly, but I decided to just keep riding my wave of luck as long as possible. After the Fragley mishap, Olivia decided we could drop the whole narc act. And instead we're planning the homecoming dance coming up next month. So far, it's actually been pretty fun. We're able to make executive decisions. Executive decisions. Hold up. Yeah, I have COVID. Executive decisions. On the music playlist, which is going to be a huge step up from the middle school dance. The only problem is I need to start thinking about finding someone to go with to the homecoming before everyone's already taken. Yesterday, Tyson Sanders asked Holly Hills during lunch. He brought this huge teddy bear and a fancy poster. Holly, I couldn't bear to go to the homecoming without you. A bunch of guys saw what was happening, and soon enough there was a whole crowd gathered and cheered on Tyson. Holly said no, and that really let the air out of the room. I don't know what Tyson was thinking, because Holly is way out of his league. Greg, I know you're not talking. Holly was just waiting for Bryce Anderson to ask her. In fact, girls have been asking her first, which makes making sharing homeroom really uncomfortable. Is that really it? I admit, seeing Bryce get all this attention gets under my skin. I've come to realize that a girl is probably never going to approach me in my lifetime. I'm seriously considering not going to homecoming at all. Twister Wizard Online is coming out the same weekend, and it's supposed to be amazing. Anyways, I don't know who started the whole poster trend, but it's totally annoying. Definitely don't want to dump on a ton of effort into one just to get rejected. On the way home, I saw Tyson's teddy bear stuffed into the dumpster behind school, which was pretty depressing. Thursday. With homecoming in just over 2 weeks, I realized we were already a month into the school year. I barely made any progress on my quest for popularity. I would have done something big if I wanted to turn things around.
Like 7?
I'm going to homecoming with Olivia Olson. Oh my gosh. What are you thinking? She's not even that good looking. But anyways, there's going to be a lot of perks in going in with Olivia. For starters, Olivia is a sophomore, which gave me a ton of cred with the guys. Plus, Olivia could introduce me to all her older friends. And before you know it, I'll be up there with Bryce in popularity. Speaking of Bryce, he's throwing a huge party after homecoming. Bryce lives in the north side of town near Holly, so I know he's loaded. Fortunately, there's no way I would get invited, but I'm still keeping my ears peeled. Sorry guys, I'm sick. October, Friday. Starting the week, the student council has to meet before school instead. Someone in the yearbook complained that they didn't have enough space, so they got in our classroom. So now I have to get at school at 7 on Fridays, which is awful. Here's the thing, the teens my age need way more sleep than adults. I read plenty of studies, and they say school should start until 10. So it's no wonder that half the school shows up looking like zombies. This isn't the first time adults screwed over us teens to have it their way. In history, we learned back in the 60s, teens were being shipped off to war before they could even have a beer. I love my country and all, but if I had to choose between the two, it's a no-brainer. I wish I could fight, but I have acute gastritis. People in Spain really have this whole sleeping thing out. Last week in Spanish, we learned that they got this take siesta smack in the middle of the day. Totally about that life, so I'm totally about that life, so maybe after college I could move there. But I got a C- on the last test, though, so maybe I need to take Spanish more seriously for that ever to happen. Tuesday. When I got home, I was greeted with a nasty surprise. Long time no see, Bubby. Understandably, it took me a moment to process the horrific reality in front of me. Scream! Once I got to my senses, I managed to spit out the most logical question in my situation. What are you doing here? So the story is, Rhonda got to college and joined the fraternity and spent all his time partying and understudying. Remember that one time Roderick slept his entire day? History repeated itself. But on the day he had all his midterms, it would be basically impossible to recover his grades, so he had to drop the semester. Thanks to that, Roderick is living here in Gunner Center 1,000 miles away from me. Tuition for Roderick's college was pretty expensive, so Mom said he was going to get a job to prove himself before applying somewhere else for the spring. Come on, I'm on 7%. Can I use the charger, bro?
I'm not even on the charger.
Charger doesn't even work, bro. But it's all to